All right, let's take a second and reflect. Are you a good friend? Are you at peace with the friendships in your life? Or is this an area that you want to continue to grow in? For some of us, we may be killing the friendship game and we are kind and caring and an amazing friend. Or maybe you're not. Take a second and visualize the kind of friend that you want to be to others. That really do this. Close your eyes and imagine the friend you want to be to others. I bet some pretty awesome words came to mind, like patient, kind, joyful, loyal, trustworthy, encouraging, truth-telling. Now let's jump into the book of Psalms. The Psalms are a collection of songs and prayers recorded by the people of Israel, which were God's chosen people during most of the Bible. And we're going to pick up in the very first song, Psalms chapter 1, and it says, "Blessed is the one who does not walk in step with the wicked, or stand in the way that sinners take, or sit in the company of mockers, but whose delight is in the law of the Lord, who meditates on his law day and night. That person is like a tree planted by streams of water, which yields fruit in season and whose leaf does not wither. Whatever they do prospers." How crazy is it that the very first song in the book of Psalms is about the people that we hang out with? The Psalms describes three actions: walking, standing, sitting. And these are basically just three ways in which we associate with others. And we need to be around people. People make us better. It's saying we must be careful who we are hanging out with or chilling with or calling friends, because people will greatly affect who we are. All right, the Bible gives us three interesting titles to people that we could be friends with, and also that we can be ourselves. And they can ruffle our feathers when we read them and make us be like, whoa, those are some intense words. The Bible says, "Blessed are those who does not walk in step with the wicked, or stand in the way that sinners take, or sit in the company of mockers." So we got wicked, sinners, and mockers. Those are some very harsh titles. But again, the writer's trying to help us paint a picture of true friendship. Here's a good definition of wicked. You kill small innocent bugs on purpose and you giggle about it. All right, I'm kidding. I mean, those are not nice, but wicked is more like someone who is mean-spirited. Now let's look at ourselves. Are you wicked? Are you mean-spirited? If you are, then God is saying that you're not friend material, so we need to work on this. Go to God and ask forgiveness for stirring up the drama, and let's get back on track. You can do the same thing with the other two words as well. Another group is mentioned here is sinners. All right, now in all actuality, we all are sinners, each and every one of us. But it's what you're doing about the sin in your life that determines how it affects you and those around you as it relates to our friendships. Now, a sinner knows what sin is, and they are basically refusing to address it or get away from it. How many of you are busted on this? Man, I can be too. All right, now what is something that you know you should stop doing? You know you shouldn't be doing something, but you're still doing it. And it's affecting what type of person that you are, which is in turn affecting what kind of friend you are. Unchecked sin in our life will cause us to treat people in our life very poorly. Remember that we're all sinners, but we cannot give in to the sin in our life. We've got to be fighting it. Now, no one is perfect, but I just want some friends in my life who are honestly trying to get it right. And as they are trying to make themselves better, they're making me better at the same time. All right, the last group is mockers. This could be people who are constantly tearing down everybody to make themselves look good or make themselves feel better. They could be gossipers who spread slander or lies. They could be the ones that pick on or even bully people. How many of you are getting bullied and you don't even told your parents or a trusted adult? Now, we could be getting bullied right to our face over email, over text, social media. Heck, you could be getting bullied here at Max Life. If you're getting bullied by someone, is that person friend material? Heck no! Quit hanging out with that person. Now let's look at ourselves. Do you bully people? Do you stay cutting things over text or social media? If so, it's time to go to God and talk to Him about it and fix it and then ask forgiveness. All right, let's finish up this verse. Have you ever heard the phrase, that person? Someone might say, oh, are you really gonna be that person? Like you're that person? God tells us in the rest of the verse how to be a good friend. He says you have to be that person. And then He tells us how to be that person. The verse continues, he says, but whose delight is in the law of the Lord, who meditates on His law day and night. That person is like a tree planted by streams of water, which yields fruit in season and whose leaf does not wither. Whatever they do prospers. God is saying that we have to be that person who delights in the Bible and who meditates on it day and night. Like just simply thinks about it all throughout their day. God is saying that we have to be taking time to read the Bible, to study it, to start to understand it, and think about it as we go through our day, and talk to others about it. It's funny that by doing this, by being that person, we will be a good friend. Also, we need to have friends that are being that person as well. God says, when we do that, when we are that person's like a tree planted by streams, which yields fruit in season and whose leaf does not wither. Whatever they do prospers. So what do you say, Max Life? Let's be that person and be a good friend. You're never alone, and we'll see you soon.